I stopped using YNAB, not because it's bad. It's not. It got me out of the relentless cycle of just spending and actually being able to save. And it taught me how to budget in the first place. I stopped because I became a contractor and it just stopped being the tool for the job. So I built my own, and that's where I've been. Hey everybody, what is up? I'm Jarod. I also go by Gabe online. Either one works. If you've been subscribed a while, you know I used to sit here and allocate out my funds for the month. Then I just vanished like the Dark Knight. So here's the honest version of where I went. I got really obsessed with crochet, spent way too much money on crochet. Then I turned it into an actual small business, which is still going on. And I also became a contractor with another company, and the way I was budgeting fell apart completely. It just now, here's what broke for me. It was taxes. As a contractor, I needed to know what I owed quarterly, and I needed to hand something clean to an accountant or whoever was helping me out with taxes at the end of the year. And that just wasn't there with YNAB. Two, there was no real separation between my household budget, my personal budget, and my business budget. It was all just budgets, same tools. There just wasn't any separation. Three, this is one that got me. I was running 3 or 4 other apps alongside YNAB just to fill the gaps. I was like, what am I paying for? You know? So I built a thing I actually wanted and actually needed. This is ReadyCents. It's a zero-based budgeting, same core idea as YNAB. Every dollar gets a job, but it's built for the way that I actually live, which means contractor income, biweekly, monthly, or some messy mix in between the two, or all three. It works. I want to show you some of the parts that I am most proud of. Household, personal, business, separate budgets, but I never have to leave to touch the other one. I can send a budget transfer from here, go approve it on the other side, and drop it straight into the category it belongs in. One screen. I'm not sitting here with 2 windows trying to keep straight of what I'm doing here versus what I'm doing there. Same with reimbursements. If I have a friend that uses ReadyCents, they pay me back. It just shows up. I don't have to fiddle around with anything anymore. I don't have to use separate apps. It's just all in one. Now, credit cards are where I get the most opinionated. First thing, rewards. On YNAB, a statement credit lands in ready to assign, and I never like that because that's not money I can spend again. I can't pull a statement credit out of the account and buy groceries with it. So in ReadyCents, rewards are applied back to the card itself or to another envelope for refunds. Next time I use that card, it's already pulling from those funds. It's not inflating my budget with money that doesn't exist anymore. Second thing, I can track the rewards themselves. Cashback or travel points, spend caps, which means I can look at a card and go, yeah, I haven't touched this card in 8 months. That's one thing that's going to be going into the sock drawer. Third, if you're someone who likes running a credit card as a checking account, you can do that, but it'll still behave like a credit card underneath. Assign money to a category, you spend on the card, and the funds move into the card's payment bucket automatically. So yeah, I really am proud of what I built, and I'm very happy to bring this to you guys as well. This is one of my favorite things in the whole app, and it's the dumbest thing, but it's this little monkey covering its eyes. It hides my debt. That's it. I know that some people find it motivating looking at their debt and seeing the numbers fade away. But for me, when I was paying off my car, I did not want to look at that number. I know a lot of people are using budgeting apps specifically to kill debt, and staring at a huge, scary number every single day is not motivating. At least to me, it wasn't. Now I don't have to. I just click on this little monkey here and the numbers are gone. Like, yeah, the debt is still there, but it's not screaming in my face anymore and telling me what a bad decision I made. I really love that feature. Then we have the tax area, a quarterly breakdown, exports clean, hand it to your accountant, and you're pretty much done. This isn't just for full-time contractors like myself. If you're a W-2 with a 1099 side thing like driving Uber, whatever, this works. There is a whole reports area where you can get a whole spending breakdown. There's a heat map on the report side for the spending breakdown. You can see all your accounts. You can adjust it by certain accounts. You can do all envelopes or only show certain envelopes. You could do your groups by themselves, payees, tags. It is very robust. There is budget trends, spending trends, income versus expenses, and all of it export. We've got envelope groups, envelopes, sub envelopes, and sub accounts. And the customization, which is something that matters greatly to me as being somebody who is diagnosed with ADHD and autism. The biggest reason why YNAB clicked for me in the first place was that it was very visual. For me, tax flows are purple, outflows red, inflows green, card payments that are an orangish brown color, as many flags as I want, not just the 5 that I have to go ahead and try and rename, tags, receipt attachment, right to the transaction. I think, as with any of us who are part of the YNAB community or ex-YNAB community, we know that connections is a huge thing. And even though it's mentioned that connections will work, there is no guarantee that somebody who is using this connection is going to work with somebody else in this area. And so that is why manual is always going to be free. There's 3 different sync integrations that you can use. 2 you can bring yourself. 1 is supplied to you. You could use Plaid, SimpleFin, or LunchFlow. You could use all 3, which is what I'm currently running right now, or you could use 1. It's up to you. And it's really just the best integration possible. And if you're switching over, you can import straight from YNAB. After you download, you just go into the import area, click over to the YNAB migration. You have 2 different files. One of them contains your budget. The other one contains your accounts and all of your transaction history. Upload everything here, and then it populates down here, and you get to go through every line one by one if you want to, or just automatically go in blind as a dog. So you could do a bank file here. We support a majority of bank files, and within each individual account, you can also import a bank file as well. The real reason I popped up here today and I'm posting this, I'm in beta right now on Android and iOS. And I've hit a wall on what I can test myself. I've been using this for months. My friends, family have used it. And I need people who are not nice to me. Roughly 12 spots on Android and about 10 on iOS. There's a Google form in the description below. Please fill that out if you are interested in becoming a beta tester. And you'll hear from me at tester@ReadyCents.com. I will also leave that email down in the description below. I do have 50 founder spots available. That'll be in the same form. That'll be down in the description below. That's it. That's my whole ask. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm really proud of this thing. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you in the next one.